We see that happening right now where in the UK. Which it didn't start brewing yet because they didn't get to London, right? Which the majority of Jakes is in London. They're not in the outskirts. In the outskirts, there's not a lot of so-called, Israelite churches, right? It's not so-called blacks over there in the outskirts. But in London, now, once they get to London, now that's when things are going to get bloody. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because now you got a lot of Jakes over there. All right? So these things are all prophesied. These things are all prophesied. What?
It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and shall not fear. He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, the foundation.
In other words, you can't stop what the Most High's will. Right? You can't stop what Heavenly Father's will, right? You can't turn back a lightning bolt. You don't stop the sun from coming up. The Heavenly Father controls all of that. Just like you can't stop these plagues from coming back. And he's going to build the plagues up to the point where there's so much things happening at once that it's going to be too overwhelming for the people. Right. That's what we call polycrisis, man. You understand what I'm saying? It starts on a certain level and then everything is building up. Okay? That thing is beautiful what's happening here in the UK. That's a beautiful thing, right? It's not in Ireland, all these different spots. The only place that has it hit yet specifically is supposed to be London. That's the only place. Because that's where the concentration of Jake is at. Right? Now that's when things are going to get different. You understand what I'm saying? In that region. See, Esau's not stupid. Esau's a smart guy. You know? He's smart in wickedness. He's smart on the left-hand side. He'll pick on someone that, that's helpless. Like 8 Edomites against 1 Jake or whatever. They'll deal with that. But when they know they're outnumbered, Esau, he knows how to calm himself down. Go ahead.
It says, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten and powdered at his presence?
Too powerful.
The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. And the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. It shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Right. Dealing with the ultimate plagues, which is the nuclear missiles. But then you have also plagues that are going to hit all these parts of the world, which are these different tribulations. The tribulation is not just going to be in America. Right. Like everything is going to be a utopia, everything's going to be normal, and then America is all kind of chaos. No. All right? The chaos is going to be worldwide, but the concentration is going to be in America. Right? Can you imagine a civil war in America? It's different than talk about the UK. They roll with knives and bats and shit, right? America, that's a gun. That's a place. That's the capital for guns. Right? You know what I'm saying? That's a different type of scenario right there. Right? Yeah. You got Jakes, real quick. You got Jakes who goddamn machine launchers. Right? Go ahead.
I saw an article on how that in the year 2024. Americans have been buying guns more than usual. I think it was like in a month, 1 million and something arms. So, clearly in America it's going to be completely different. Right? Because even the average Joe, they have a gun just, ready loaded under their bed or in their cabinet. So when that civil war starts, it's just going to be, like it says in the prophecy, one man shall be fighting one another with swords in their hands. Just bodies dropping left and right.
Bro, it's at the end of the day, they got vending machines now for bullets. Oh, shit. That's what they got over there, right? And in Walmart, you can buy straps. So it's a whole different scenario we're dealing with, man. Go ahead.
That's why it says the body's going to be a dump. That's how much death there's going to be. To the point where you're not going to have time to bury, the body. Right?
Yeah, like the movie Civil War, that had a little truck load of bodies. Yeah. So those type of Edomites are coming back. Most of that Edomite, they're walking around you. I spot certain of them. I say that this guy, he's one of those guys. Like the one dude I told you guys about, that I seen at the spot, this particular spot I go to, and I said he's gonna be one of those guys in that time. Well, I talked to him. I said, yo, listen, we have a conversation with him. I said, you got a lot of rage in you. He's like, yeah, you're right. And then he started telling me about times he blacked out. You know what I'm saying? I was putting to the death of his father. I had to remind him what he was He's that type of guy. I seen it in his eyes, man. You understand what I'm saying to you? So when that time comes, those guys are gonna be let loose. You understand what I'm saying?
Like the scripture says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance.
Right.
They're just waiting for that opportunity.
Yep.
And it also says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Esau has his own sleeper cells that he sends within the country, to sow discord.
Oh, yeah.
The Lord has his own sleeper cells too, man. Like the brother said, those spirits created for vengeance. Men that have, that the everyday civilian that's withholding that anger to where when society breaks down, it's going to show their true attention. It's just killing and destroying people.
And that one, or something like that, he mentioned how in the first 72 hours or whatever, he said, listen, them people, them sleeper cells and stuff, they're going to be fighting on the side of the Democrats. You think the Republicans got all the guns, they're going to be fighting on the side of the Democrats. That's what he said. You know what I mean? According to his estimation. But that would even out the playing field. You know what I'm saying?
Which even him, he said, if that thing happens, even me, I'm not going to be a nice guy anymore.
No.
He's going to, hey, you're going to have to get down, man.
Be honest.
It says, verse 14, Behold the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fires kindle and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow, but the shot of a mighty archer to the not backward, even so the plagues shall not, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings.
Right, yeah, so when Ezra saw this, he was afraid, man. He basically said, how am I going to escape this? And the only way you can escape that is if the Lord is with you, man. If the Lord is pleased with you,
Yeah, so it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which includes the time of Jacob's trouble. And it says we shall come upon all the world. Like the brother was saying, there's going to be crises all over the world.
It says the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine.
That's what you people should be asking. What are you going to do when those evils come?
Yeah.
Right? That's a matter of the Lord. He's going to be taken care of by the angels if he's on the earth at that time. Right? But guess what? These regular people that's not with y'all by Shem Shai, what are they going to do? Right? With all these things hitting them. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful for the scourges.
Right, so while all these plagues are happening, all these different crises are happening, they're not going to turn and say, listen, let me repent. They're going to keep on in their wickedness. Matter of fact, they're going to get deeper in wickedness. Right? People who were not murderers before, they're going to become murderers. Right? People who never ate a human body, they're going to resort to eating human flesh, right? Because of the lack of bread. Kicking in their neighbor's door. So just speak about him whose eyes he was delicate towards his brother, even your jakes. His eyes shall be evil. These regular people that were cool and they were super nice people, nerds if you will, they're going to turn different. They're going to have a different spirit that's going to enter into them. Good.
It says, verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be a good place. And even there shall evils grow on the earth, upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell on the earth shall perish of famine.
You haven't got to the stage of famine yet. You haven't got to the stage of civil war. You haven't got to the stage of race war. Nothing that's happened really. It's just building up to that. It's just building up to that. Right? So these people, they think it's all good. But we're coming to the point where all these things we're speaking about is going to manifest. Right? And we see it manifesting. We see it becoming more and more clear. And it just takes one event. It doesn't take 10 events. It takes one event.
That's right.
Right? The reason why them dudes is riding up in they're going crazy up in the UK is, first of all, that was a rage bait. Right? That whole situation, the story that they said the girls got put to death or whatever by clearly a deranged individual. I mean, he's not a normal person to do that, right? So that was all rage bait. They spread it across the internet. They said, this and that, look what happened there. It's a Muslim, and then, you know, and then they make sure they title it as a Muslim who did it, or whatever the case was. You know, they say, oh, it's a black Muslim, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To what? To incite those Edomites, incite the so-called white boys that are on the right wing, the far right. Because it doesn't take much to get them activated. It don't take much. Okay? And it's the same thing in America. The same thing here. You got them type dudes out here too. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Like you said, it only takes one event. Like what happened maybe 2-3 weeks ago with the power outage. Banks were affected. The planes were affected. Transport was affected. So, you know, it doesn't take much, man.
What?
Yeah, it says, verse 22, for many of them that dwell on the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall destroyed. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be thrown down.
In other words, a global besiege. You know, the Lord is going to make it to where that you can't escape the plagues that He's going to set.
Right, yeah.
You know, like the brother quoted Amos 5:18. On down, man. Yeah. So when these things happen, man, hey, you're just going to have to face it and just deal with it.
Right.
You know, all around you, it's just going to be all hell breaking loose. No matter where you go, you're not going to have a place to rest your head.
Right.
Even the movie The Road kind of give you, you know, a little description of how it's going to be like, man. To whether you're constantly going to be on the move, looking one eye over your shoulder, man. You know, famine within the city, you go out the city, there's a sword. There are people looking for people with goods and victuals to take it from them. And they're like, hey, you might be the goods, the victual, because they haven't eaten in a week. So they see you, hey, that's a meal for a nice week, man. Right. So they take you, your baby, whoever you're with, and they start cooking you up, man. Right. You know, you wake up, you're missing a piece of a leg, and then they're just chewing on it, man. You know? Right. Yeah, that's the time to come to. Right.
It says, verse 24, there shall be no man left to tilt the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? All the places shall be desolate of men.
Yeah, because they don't understand that it's an intricate system that you got here to keep this society going. All right? It's not just, you know, you just wake up every day and everything's just the way it is. No, everything needs maintenance. Everything needs, you know, you need people to cut the lawns, you need people to, you know, make sure the lights is working, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the water filtration system, all of that, right? All right? They got people working on these things, right? Hydro Quebec is a company. We got employees that work on these things to get good elections. So when all these systems are broken down, right? Now we're going to see how you're going to live. We're going to see how you're going to survive. Because especially in the city, that's what we speak about. He that is in the city shall die of famine. Look at that already. All right? Because the city, you just read that? No? Okay. Well, you know, the city is going to be the worst place to be, like we always say. All right? You're better off in the outskirts than in the city, man. Yeah.
Oh, that's what the 7 to 12 hours guys said. They said, you know, within 12 hours, when you see these things happen, just go in the outskirts, man. Before, you know, the roads are blocked. Right. Because everybody's going to try to get out the city. Right. Like the brother said, the city's going to be the worst place to be. Right. You know, the movie, what's it called, Leave the World Behind, it showed you that, man. They tried to escape. Teslas were blocking the road. You know, and then they looked out and the city was just in chaos, man. So you don't want to be in the city. It's best to be in the outskirts. Right. But we, as the men of the Lord, we're going to, Lord willing, with that number, we're going to be wherever we're at. And that's all for our walk. You know, for our test, for our glorification, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, a piece of me wants to be where the action is at, to be honest. A piece of me kind of wants to be where the action is at. But I want to see my eyes to judge me. But at the same time, I'm going to be where Yahweh Shai put me in the outskirts, I'm in the outskirts, whatever. It is where it is. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I got some. Ezekiel 7 and verse 15. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. He that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him.
That's it. So he that's in the city, famine and pestilence child devour. The ones that get killed with the sword, that's the people protecting their area. They don't want nobody coming. This is safe. And I don't want no random people around me. What the hell are these guys? These are looters. Pop, 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 right? You understand what I'm saying? But then when you come to the city, famine, pestilence, and then you got the sword. They didn't mention the sword, but then you got the sword too. So you got everything in the city. Right?
In this country, you might have stocked up a couple of guns, you know? You're not really worried about the family. But
Right.
that's going to run out too.
But then you got to defend that.
Yeah.
You got to defend that, right? So you got people. There was a movie too on that. Shoot, what was that movie? There was a movie on that, bro. I can't remember the. Oh, that's that movie. Twisted Metal. I don't know if you guys watched that. I think it was like more like a series, a short series. I used to play that game back in the days. That was with the cars where, you know, they had particular guns on the car, particular weaponry on the cars. But basically, the scenario was like the world fell. There was particular safe haven cities, and outside of the city was complete chaos. You understand what I'm saying? But there's a particular individual who was like outside the city, and he had his own little area, and in that area he built like a fortress, I believe. And then he had, booby traps around him, so that anyone came, he fell into the booby traps, or he heard the alarm and he would get a sniper or whatever the case may be, and would put those people to death. Okay? So why? Because he was defending his safety. It's the same thing that's going to be in that time. People are going to defend the outskirt area that they're in.
Already in the society, people are scarce to trust strangers. So how much more when it's survival of the fittest?
Right.
Even though that show, The Walking Dead, that particular scene, I think it's like season 2 or so, when he went to the farm, even though the guy that helped the farm, he was kind of like skeptic about it. Like, I don't know this guy's up there. I don't know them. He might come and take our stuff or take my daughters. He was scarce to trust them. That's what it's going to be like, man. Nobody's going to trust him.
Honestly, it happened already. It happened in the time of Hurricane Katrina. Right. You brothers too young for that. You probably see the Democracy Now! Video how basically, the Edomites was, any Jake they saw, they were just shooting at him from afar. Right? Because what? Because they're like, in their mind, they're defending their area. Okay? But also, that was their chance to kill Israel. But they're also, defending their area. See? So that's how it's going to be. Go ahead.
I got some. This is 2nd Ezra 6:24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Right, yeah. Hey, things are gonna, water supply, okay, food supply, all these things are gonna come to a stop, right? And then people are gonna be wondering what they're gonna do, how they're gonna eat. They're gonna really go into panic mode. When you're in panic mode, you don't think straight.
Right.
Then we fear
Betraying.
man.
If I may add too, it says friends shall fight against friends, one against another.
This is there.
That's it. Yeah, I read it. Yeah.
Oh, you read it already?
All right. So 2nd Ezra 6:24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. That goes into also the Lord is going to make Egyptian fight against Egyptian. Okay. So you're gonna have neighbors that are gonna fight one against another. They used to be cool in the world, but then hey, once shit, stuff hits the fan, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna start fighting against one another, man.
Wisdom of Solomon 17 and verse 12, it says, "For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the secures which reason offered."
Right, reason meaning common sense, man. Right? You're going to lose their common sense, man. They're going to do whatever, man. Right? When that great fear hits them. Go ahead.
It says, "And the expectation from within, being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment."
Right. They're going to be unreasonable.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, they hear somebody coming. You know what I'm saying? And they think a group of cannibals coming. Whatever. Their friend is on the balcony, you shoot him off the balcony so that they can get him and that. Yeah. Not them. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the time that we're coming to, man.
Yeah, because even when what's that with Jerusalem? Was it Jerusalem? If I'm not mistaken, when Jerusalem got besieged, you know, women were cooking their sons, their daughters to eat. You know, it says that the hand of the woman that sought in their children. That's not common sense. These things are going to reoccur in this society, man. Right. Where that they have a newborn that's 2, 3, they're going to cook him up, man. Unreasonable. And here it is, a woman's supposed to love their child, have like, you know, that love towards them, but now they're just going to cook them up, bro. Yep. That's a different mentality, man.
Right. That's part of the curses. Right. That's part of the curses. Scripture says she that was tender and delicate, so evil towards her husband and towards the fruit of her womb. You know, what you got, bro?
Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Right, because iniquity shall abound, right? So you look at the planet Earth right now, there's nothing iniquity about it. There's no righteousness about it. It's iniquity that's about it. Okay? So the love of many is constantly waxing colder and colder. Right? You go to a certain time in history, it's not even too long ago, man. You go to the 40s, 30s, Jake wouldn't leave another Jake outside the homeless. They would bring him in the house. But nowadays, you can't do that, man. You bring somebody that you don't know, they'll rob your house. You understand? You see? And won't even be appreciative of you bringing them in. Right? So this is the time we're coming to. We're in a time where people are very cold. It's very individualistic.
Right.
So how much more when it's down to survival?
Yeah.
And that's these Edomites, the so-called white European country types. You know what I'm saying? The Western, what they call the Western society. That's a very individualistic mindset in those countries, right? And it's having culture shock to these other nations when they come over to these countries. Right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, these people are not how we are in our country. They're very unkind, unfriendly. You know, you go to their house for a party, and you gotta pay. They won't. You have to chip in for the food or whatever. You know, they'll text you to send them. You ate this much. Can you send some money? You know, you can't leave with a plate. Yo, you understand? When you go to our culture, you leave with too much. You got food for 2 days, man. You know, Levi, you got rice for a month, right? Benjamin, you got chicken for the chicken. Everything is there. Different. You got different ones. You got the jerk chicken, and you take a little bit of the stewed chicken. But then I wanted some goat, so I took some of that. You know what I'm saying? Jake, you juggling plates because that's how Jake is in their hometown. That's how most countries are, right? But then when you come to these Edomite type countries, Esau is different. Esau's like, nah. It's all about individualism.
I don't know if it was you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you mentioned that, like, you go to Edomite house and it's time for dinner. That's how you do.
Oh, well, that's what I seen on the. I seen that. People were making Instagram posts about that. And people were agreeing in the post. Yeah. Especially, look at my white friend in whatever, Sweden or wherever. And yeah, they told me that it was time for dinner and maybe sit and read. I was like, what the fuck? So that's ridiculous. To us, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. But that's Esau. That's how Esau is, right? And that's the mindset. The scripture says, as the king sword of evil. That's the mindset of these people that have been in this type of society. So then Western society is going to be the worst. You still got more on that, bro?
I got something else. Ezekiel 7:5.
It was a Swede. I think it was one guy was Swedish. He was talking about the Swedes, and then the other guy was talking about French, France. So yeah, that's Esau. It's not like I had to eat my friends. I didn't deal with Esau like that, man. I didn't deal with Esau like that. But I know Esau is one eating my friends. And he would come and run to the house barefoot. Mom said, no, you gotta go home wash your feet, man. Come back. Go ahead. So Esau is interesting. And I never ate ice cream. My other friend, another J friend, I would go by his crib. I would always eat by his crib. Always. They would try to force me to eat right here. They would force me. He's eating here. Call my mom. Yeah, you're staying here today. Go ahead. What you got, bro? Okay, got it?
This is Ecclesiasticus 10 in verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of a man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right, so here in the mindset of Esau, give me you have your father the devil. Give me that John 8. Okay? They're in the mindset of Esau, man. So things are going to get real bloody because Esau is a bloody man. Right? See? So it's about to get real bloody out here, man. What you got, bro? Got it?
Yep.
John 8, 44, what?
Yep. John 8 and 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning,
Yep.
and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When
Yeah,
he
that's going back to Cain, going back to his spiritual forefather Cain, right? He was a murderer from the beginning, right? So the Edomites are murderers now.
That's right.
Go ahead.
says, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
That's it, all right? So these people, at the end of the day, they have the spirit of Esau in them.
Right.
That's the vibe they got, bro.
Which goes back to the spirit of Cain.
Yeah.
He was a murderer. He was the first one to kill his brother.
That's right.
What was a murderer?
That's right. When Jake was in Egypt, Jake got the spirit of the Egyptian. Right? Jake got the Egyptian spirit. They were, you know,
Right, yeah.
They were doing things like the Egyptians.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the laws have to do with things that they were doing in Egypt.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 Timothy 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous.
And even now, even now, Jake has the spirit of Egypt.
Yeah.
Even now.
Yeah.
Egypt has left such an impression on Jake that even generations later, they have this the spirit of Egypt.
Yeah.
What is the Egyptians known for? Shaving their beard off, right? Who's the main one about lineups? Every week they got to get a line. That's Jake. That's a religion to Jake. To get them lineups. You can't mess with their line. You can't be a little bit crooked. Jake will fight us, right? Huh? That goes back to Egypt. Another thing that goes back to Egypt is women worship. Okay? They will put the women on a pedestal in Egypt. Jake is no one's a bigger city than Jake specifically. Southern people, right? Started with Judah. That's the facts. Okay? So they got that spirit of Egypt on them, right? Want to say something? No? Okay, go ahead.
It says, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. It says, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Yep, they're despisers of those that are good. Right? Those that are good, men of the Lord, there's prophesying as well. Right? But the people, you can see the look on the majority of our faces. Right? Especially the women, right? It's mostly men too. Right? You got men that have that type of disdain as well. Go ahead.
It says,
in their eyes. Okay?
verse 4, traitors.
But it's not really us, it's really the Lord. It's really the Heavenly Father that they got a problem. It's not us. What?
He that hated you hated me.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 4, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High.
Lovers of pleasure more than lovers of the Most High. Right? So they're not into the Most High. They're into Yahweh Shemel. They're into living their life. Okay? And guess what? And the scriptures say, he that findeth his life shall lose it. Going into all these places that we're speaking about from the beginning. Right? You're going to find your life now, right? Meaning you're going to, focus on living your life, your best life. And you're going to end up being destroyed in that time. Because everything is going to stop. It's not going to continue like this, man. Everything is going to stop. And then you're going to wonder how you can be delivered from that. But it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. When you're wondering how to get delivered from that, it's going to be too late for you. Matter of fact, get me, what's that? Zechariah 8 and 11. Dealing with the family of the word. Okay? Amos. But
This is the book of Amos 8 and verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, And I will send a famine of the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and
So the
fro.
famine is going to be from hearing the words of the Lord. This food that we're giving out now to teach you how to escape from the judgments to come to place to come, right? That's not going to be around anymore.
Yep.
See, you're not receiving it now. This is going way over your head, right? You're not receiving it now, but you're going to want to receive it because you're going to know what it is. Oh, that's what we were talking about. It's going to click.
Yep.
Right? When all the hell breaks loose, it's going to click.
Yep.
For Jake. But it's going to be too late.
Right. Yep. That's why it says, then shall it be known that a prophet has been among them.
Then shall it be.
They're going to know. The Lord's going to make sure they know too.
Right. They don't understand now. Now it's just, it's gibberish.
Yeah. Also, when the angel was sent to block the understanding of the people, it says, until when? Until the time of destruction.
Beautiful. Matter of fact, get that.
Okay. Quick jump in.
Yeah, the Lord's going to unlock your mind to understand certain things, but He's going to unlock it when it's too late. Okay, go over your jump in.
Okay, Isaiah 6 and verse 10. Make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? And He answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate.
So in other words, when that destruction comes, they're going to be blinded up into that, right? They're still not going to understand the truth, but they're going to see that a prophet has been among them. They're going to see what they were saying with the words of Yahweh Shai. That's what these people are going to come to the realization. Especially you that have been watching videos and some of you scoffers and some of you people that have been watching and haven't been doing anything. Okay? They're going to be scrambling.
Also, when it says the same must know it after death by pain.
But there's more on that though,
That was it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think he was paying the fine.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Then back to Amos 8 and verse 1. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it.
Right, they're not going to find it. See? Because then that's when it's going to be put. They're going to see the value of it. Right? This is going to be their treasures. They're going to see the value in those treasures when that time comes.
Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh shall outside, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near.
Call upon while he's near. He's near now. As long as the prophets are out here prophesying, as long as they're out here, right, that means he's near. When all hell breaks loose, the prophets are out here, he's no longer near.
Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance.
Security shall be destroyed. Right?
Amos 5 and verse 13. Therefore the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time.
Yeah, it's an evil time that's coming. And you see, it's funny, man. A lot of these jakes, man, they're dealing with these samples, these Jake. Hey, man, we've been telling you about Esau being the devil. Esau's going to show you. So all that thinking, we're going to see where that gets you, man. They're going to be messed up, man. They're going to be real, they're going to get a real surprise in that time. Right.
Yeah, it's like they made him, it's like your best friend betraying you or your father.
They're going to be surprised. Esau's not going to ask them, oh, what do you think about this?
No. Yeah. Because Esau's in his, Esau in a sense is in his right mind. He can conceal the hatred that he has for you. It's just Jake that's living in a wonderland, thinking that everybody can get along and can be friends with everybody.
Right. But our forefathers didn't have that delusion. No. Right? King Amaziah, he didn't have that delusion. Right? King David didn't have that delusion. He was playing He wasn't playing Amaziah was pushing them off the mountain. They didn't look at them as some friends. They looked at them as enemies, but they had hatred.
Right.
See, Jake, that's the thing with Jake. Esau has really psychologically beaten down to the point of hatred like that. Hatred is not what are you hating is right. It depends if it's wicked or not. Same thing with love. Love can be wicked depending on what you're loving. Right? Jake doesn't understand that. They made them spooked out by the word hate.
Yeah.
Hate. You love pedophiles? There's certain things you gotta hate, man.
Right.
Yeah.
The precept said that hate the evil. Yeah, hate the evil, love the good. You know, so you're supposed to know what to love and what to hate. You know.
It says the fear of the Most High is to hate evil.
Right.
That's it. That's part of that's the fear of the Most High. Showing you that these Christians don't have the fear of the Most High. They're not fearing evil. Right? Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 8:13. The fear of Yahweh, what Yahweh shines to hate evil, pride and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the forward mouth do I hate.
And Esau is known as the most proud, and the most forward, and the most arrogant. He had the first one. The Most High created Esau with all the characteristics that he hates. Right. So are we supposed to love him? Right. If we love him, that means we're against the Most High. Our minds are contrary to the Heavenly Father. King David said, "What? I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee. Yeah, I hate them with a perfect hatred." Right? So I guess King David was being wicked. No, he wasn't being wicked. It was a righteous saying that he said. That's right.
This is the book of Amos 5 and verse 15. It says, hate the evil and love the good.
Right.
And establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph.
That's it. So it's a commandment to hate the evil. It's actually a commandment. So if you don't hate the evil, you're breaking the commandments of the evil. Okay? Esau is the top evil nation on the planet Earth, right? So like we were saying, our forefathers were in their right mind. Jake today is not in their right mind. The Israelites today are not in their right mind. Okay? Their minds are confused. Okay? And they're going to get a wake-up call, but they're going to get it when it's too late. That's it. Because you're gonna have a lot of them Uncle Tom Jake so-called. It's not the right person. No, Uncle Tom wasn't the bad guy in the story. Sambos, you know what I'm talking about. Sambos, okay? They're gonna change. A lot of them are gonna change and turn against you and with real hatred.
Yeah, sure.
See, even now they're turning against you. Okay? Good, bro. Let Esau, and we always say, let Esau, you want to love Esau so much, well, hopefully, let Esau put someone of your family members together based upon hatred, right? Hey, right? We're gonna see how they whether they switch or they stay the same, right? Go ahead. With some of these Jakes, you never know, but a lot of them are gonna turn and have hatred towards us. Go ahead.
The book of Revelation 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah. So that's going into the elites coming down. Right? Right? Right now I'm really focused on the Edomites rising up, but them elites too, right? Those elites are going to show you. But they're going to show they're looking towards everything. It's not the elites are not going to show specified certain things. You know what I'm saying? He's going to specify the elect, but when it comes to coming down on the people, it's coming down on the people as a whole. Go ahead, bro. What else you got? You got more than that? That's something else?
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 12, in verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Yeah.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Right.
And thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away.
Right? We know that. So when we look at these Edomites, we're not in the same mindset as these other Jakes out there. They're in a mindset of, oh, he's good, this is a different type of guy. Listen, man, we see Esau for what he is. When he sees the way we interact with him, he knows we know.
Yeah.
Okay? He knows we know.
Yeah, that's why you try to, how you say, cater to you, like trying to appease you, you know, because in the spirit he knows you're looking at him as if his rust is still there.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
This is Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leper his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Right, they can't do good if they're accustomed to do evil.
Yeah.
But ultimately they were created to do evil. You know? So the potter fashioned them the way he fashioned them on purpose. So you try to make them go against their nature, it's counterproductive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, give me that one vessel unto honor. Okay?
This is Romans 9 and verse, I'm going to start out verse 18. Verse 17, for the scripture says unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy.
Have mercy, right? Right?
And whom he will, he hardeneth.
So he has mercy on who he wants and who he wants. He hardens his heart. Right. Right?
Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? It says, nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Has not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor?
Right, so he made one vessel unto honor, and he made one unto dishonor. The one that's unto honor is us, Israelites, 12 tribes. And then he made one unto dishonor, which is the Edomites. Okay? He said that the Israelites have I not planted you a holy, a right seed. He created us to be a right seed. Right? See? And that, but the Edomites, he planted them to be a wicked seed.
Right.
Right? Scriptures speak about that, the wicked one. Go ahead.
It says, hath not the potter power over the clay?
The wicked are strange from the womb.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
There you go.
And the Lord hates a lying tongue.
That's right. Right?
Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
That's it. So they're vessels of wrath. They were created for the Lord to use his wrath upon. It's like you create the dummy, you know, you brothers be using the dummy. You use the dummy to hit it.
Yep.
That's
right.
why they created Esau for the wrath.
Yep.
You don't create the dummy to whatever, to hug it, right? You create it to hit it, like to show it, to use moves upon it. Until you learn how to cuddle these dummy. Go ahead.
2 Timothy 2.
Created a female dummy. Go ahead.
2 Timothy 2 and verse 20. But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor.
Right, some to honor and some to dishonor. So some were righteous, right? And some were not righteous. They were created to be that. Right. This is why we're not going against the program that we follow. We understand the program that we follow, right? And that gives us, basically, that gives us comfort in what's going on. Because we understand that Heavenly Father is behind that.
That's right.
Right? And the Apostle made a statement. I think it was the Apostle Hart. Somebody made a statement. One of the apostles made a statement. He said, I think it might have been the Apostle Bar. He said, you know, what Esau's doing what he's doing, he wouldn't be the devil if he wasn't doing what he's doing.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, you get pissed off at Esau and his hypocrisy.
That's it.
But he wouldn't be the devil if he didn't
That's it.
show that
That's it.
hypocrisy.
That's it.
Those lies and all that.
That's it.
See? So he has to play his role.
That's it.
Right?
Right.
That's it.
That speaks of the balance of the Lord. He created good, he created evil. You're supposed, if you're of that righteous seed, you're supposed to hate the evil, which makes you ultimately a judge. You know, you can judge. Okay, this is not good. This is not the way to go. This evil way.
That's right.
Yeah. So
it comes out to an effective price of
this is the book of
$50 for renting.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 4. Yahweh Bashmi Awashah has made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil.
Right, he created even the wicked for the day of evil, right? For them to basically come down with great wrath, right? For the dragon to come up against the world, ultimately, specifically against us, against the elect. Or we'll give that number. That's the main target. All this stuff that you see happening, at the end of the day, it goes. The main target is the elect. All these things, all these far rights, doing crazy because of this and that. All of this is targeted towards the elect, right? So it's something. He's gonna get them too. He's gonna sweep up. You know, he needs to sweep up. But subtly, the main target is the elect.
That's right.
Good.
Like they said, because we're the main threat. The elect is the main threat because we're against completely the mindset that he's trying to push.
That's right.
Well, these people, they're with it. Whether if you ask them, are you with this, with that, they might say no, but when put them to shove where Esau is your life on the line, they're going to side with Esau. But for us, we're still going to stand stiffly and boldly for the mindset of that of Yahweh Shai. Oh, and Esau's not with that, man. That's treason within the society that he's trying to build.
Yeah, it said anyone that would not worship the beast shall be killed. Right? So you got, if you don't bow down to what he has going on, his program system, then they're looking to eliminate you. That's what they're doing.
Sorry, bro. You're a nuisance to his plans.
Well, notice all these things that are going on, right, with these different uproars or whatever. They keep saying about and this misinformation and hate was spread online. Right? And they say this dangerous thing was spread online. They're always going back to it was spread online. Right? Why? Because this is what they're trying to control.
Yes.
Right? So when all hell breaks loose and the internet is shut, whatever, when it comes back on, you're gonna need an ID to get on that thing.
Right.
You're gonna need a verification. You need to identify yourself and you're gonna be punished. They're gonna look at the history, they're gonna be looking at persecute. You understand? So that's what's coming, man. And see, we see that because our eyes are open. They're not. Most of the people, they're not perceiving that. Oh, give me make a man an offender for a word.
Okay.
Got it already?
No, I had something else.
Okay. Well, let's start with that real quick. Start with that. Okay. So this is what Esau's doing, man. So you gotta listen to when the devil speaks. You gotta listen closely to certain key words. There's certain key words that the devil says that shows his true intention.
Right.
You know? I noticed that this misinformation was spread online. This hate was spread online. This dangerous rhetoric was pushed online. And it means okay? Go ahead.
Okay, this is the book of Isaiah 29 and verse 20. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed.
The terrible one is the Edomites.
Yeah.
Right? Starting with their elites. Go ahead.
And all that watch for iniquity are cut off.
Right. Meaning they're watching his steps and seeing when that breaks the law. This is not, you can't say that no more. Right? See what I'm saying? It's a violation. But
That make a man an offender for a word.
make a man an offender for a word. Basically, the word that you say, you become a criminal. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Okay, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate.
Or is that recruitment? It's a snare for us. It's a snare for us because we're recruiting in the gate. So it's a snare. All these things that you see happening, they're taking place, is all a snare. Right? They're painted with a broad brush, trying to sweep up everything with that broad brush. Go ahead. Because all these categories that they're demonizing can fit in Hebrew Israelites.
Yeah.
What they call it? Masculine supremacy. You know? These guys going against the Jews. The Jews. Right? These guys are they're misleading the people. And they're helping to spread the thing, you know?
I was about to say medical information.
Right. Misinformation, but also
Medical misinformation.
when you look at the definition of sedition, it really just says those that read the definition of sedition. No, not the etymology, just the regular. Read the definition. When you read that definition, like, wait a minute, sedition. This is sedition according to Esau. Read that.
This is the definition of sedition in the regular Google It says conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against the authority of a state or monarch.
Okay, that's one, right? Inciting people to rebel, right? Go ahead. Which that's what they're saying happened with the that whole thing in the UK. He's saying that it was seditious. They didn't say the word sedition, but that's what they were ultimately saying. That it was based upon what ignited it was those people online. So we're gonna get you too, even though you were part of it. Those that ignited it and ran away, we're gonna get you too, right? That's what they said. That's what the guy said. The prime minister. Yeah.
It says the William Webster, incitement or resistance to or insurrection against lawful authority.
Okay. What's another one? Another definition there? Should be something else there. Should be something else there. No, but I know I seen something else, and it wasn't as serious and bold as that.
Google or Webster?
Someone Google the Webster, one of those. You know, if you look, you should be able to find it. But anyways, there should be sedition among men. Give me that in 2 Corinthians 15. Yeah, 2 Corinthians 15, sedition among men. You got it?
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't finish that one.
Okay, well, you didn't finish? Okay, finish it.
Okay. Isaiah 29 and verse
Let me know when you find it.
Verse 21, that make a man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate and turn aside the just.
Basically say something about displeasure. You know? Discontent, displeasure with the authority, something like that. Go ahead.
And turn aside the just for a thing of naught.
Right, turn aside the just for a thing of not for nothing. Right? They're making a big fuss about nothing. That's what it is at times. Okay? What you got, Shabbat? Okay, you got the one? Okay, go read.
No, I got the verse. That's verse 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Right. So that's going into that civil war, right? And race war, all of that. Right?
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
The course of their actions shall stand in their power. Okay? Because what? They're not going to regard the government, right? See what I'm saying to you? And they got these things are so polarizing right now, right, between the right and the left. It's like they're not even going to look at a particular government that's in place that's of the opposite, team as legitimate. You know what I'm saying? That's why they said, even when Trump lost the election, whatever, so-called or whatever, they said, they stole the election. So they weren't looking at it as if Biden was legitimate. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is ignite that type of sedition. And they're making it even more divisive, even more black and white, more separated, more hatred towards the other side by the things that they're pushing up. So like, there's more on that.
I have a definition of it.
Of sedition?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
This is from the Cambridge. It says, dictionary, the word sedition, language or behavior intended to persuade other people to oppose their government and change it, sometimes by using violence.
No, that's not the one I was thinking about. There was one that was like so. It was even less than that. It's even less than that. But yeah. But
2 Ezra 15 and verse 17. You want me to keep going?
yeah, keep going.
Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be destroyed. 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right, so there's going to be blockages. You're not going to be able to go from one city to another, which that happened during the CV-19. You weren't able to go from one city to another, man. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, even the 15-minute cities,
yeah.
That they're trying to build, they're trying to establish. So that's going to restrict you to to be in a particular, area only. You know, if you try to leave, you know, there's most likely going to be blockades and security, you know, at that leaving point or whatever, you know, or that entrance, you know, and you have to, like they show in the movies, you have to tell them, you know, what your purpose is, leaving the city or coming out, you know.
Or you might have to have a device in you to be able to go to that other area.
Right. Or give you the green light to leave. It says, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You know, it says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation.
Yeah, because of the different, events that are going to occur, the different crises that are going to be, everywhere, man. You know, right?
That's right. That's good.
Yep. All right, go ahead, read that verse 20.
Okay, this is the definition of sedition in the Wikipedia. It says sedition is overconduct such as speech or organization that tends towards rebellion against the established order.
So they said this is not a, what do you call this? They said this is an organized thuggery. They said this is organized thuggery. No, they're using strong language. Right? Go ahead.
It says sedition often includes subversion of a constitution or incitement of discontent toward or insurrection against established authority.
Or discontent. Read that part again.
It says sedition often includes subversion of a constitution and incitement of discontent.
Or just an incitement of discontent. So if you incite people to be discontent with what's going on, then that could be classified as sedition according to what? Right? So that's a broad brush right there. Right? So that's basically saying they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought this was the land of the free. Everybody's allowed to go on opinion. So if you're against the system, that means you're discontent. They're allowed to put you to death. Come on, man.
Or just get angry with what you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's complete like the dictatorship.
Yeah.
You have to go with what they say.
Well, Esau likes those broad brushes because he can sweep up whoever he wants to sweep up in there. You know? So this is what's coming, man.
That's right.
That's why they're doing away with that free speech. That free speech is about to come to an end. Okay? And you're going to have to really, if you were saying anything that was against the established order that they set up, you're going to be a target. It says here that they can have an offender for a word. Okay? So some words that you speak will be called an offense to the government. Get me where it speaks about the dragon and God. What you got?
This is the book of
That's what it says.
Oh, you don't have to finish that. We're good. Go ahead.
Revelation 12 and 17, and the dragon was wroth with the woman.
Now the dragon is the Roman Empire. So now we're speaking about the modern day Roman Empire. Okay? Which is what? Which is NATO and the EU. Okay? The combination of NATO and the EU headed by America. That is the modern day Roman Empire, aka the dragon in this particular verse. What proves that it's the Roman Empire? First of all, when they were creating this country, they said that the forefathers used the spirit of Rome. Okay, they used the spirit of Rome to conjure up America. And America, everything else is based on America. Everything follows the vibration of America. Okay, and another thing. The EU, right, the European Union, which used to be known as the EEC, the European Economic Community, was the treaty that it made going back to the 1950s, was the Treaty of Rome. That's not a coincidence, man. Okay, that's all spiritual. Right? So what we're reading about that dragon, that's nothing but the Roman Empire. No pictures, no pictures.
Take pictures of the sign.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Read.
All right. So it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman.
Now the woman, who's the woman? The woman represents the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. That represents us, okay? The whole nation, all right? It's symbolic, go ahead.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Right.
Which keep the commandments of the Most High, Yahweh, and have the testimony of Yahweh.
So he wants to make war, meaning this whole society system is the government is gonna make war against us, against those that are keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, okay, and that are speaking against this person. Okay? Specifically those that are the elect. Said that he was wroth at it because he's gonna be pissed off that we're not bowing down to what they have going on. We're not bowing down to the image of the beast, right? Even unto death, so we're gonna say nothing. Right? And then what are they going to do? They're going to say, we got to clap with each other.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of...
Hold on. They were, the Greeks that were in power at that time, they were robbed against the seven sons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right? First they tried to entice them. And when they couldn't be enticed, they got mad.
Yeah.
Right? Even Eliezer, they were angry with Eliezer. They gave him that offer. He said, you don't have to eat, just pretend like you do. Yeah. And when he said, I'm not going to do that, right, to stain my name and my whole age, if you paraphrase it. And then what did they do? They got mad. And these were friends of his. It says that they were basically like acquaintances of him.
Yeah.
So they were like, they were cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Also, the Maccabees, you know, they were seeking to destroy the Maccabees, you know. Even in Rome, they persecuted the Jews that were going against the system. You know, they were called Christians. You know, those that were prophesying the testimony of Yahweh Shai, they were persecuted. They were chased out, man.
Just to add on, even there's a particular account in the book of Maccabees. I forgot who it was a particular Edomite. Just went in the city and just slaughtering chicks because they didn't go with the system of what's it called, the Hellenization. They just went up in there and started killing everything, kids, whatever. Or because they were against the mindset that Antiochus was supposed to do. Esau's going to do this in this day that we're going into. If you're not with it, man, it doesn't matter. But justification you give about your opinion, he's killing you. Sight.
Yeah. Yep, so back to Revelation 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
That's it. Right? So you have to be eliminated. If you're not with the image of the beast and bound down to the image of the beast, they're going to say you have to be eliminated. That's what we're coming to. Okay? So the elect has to be rooted in this thing, because it's going to get rocky. You have to be fully persuaded. If you're not fully persuaded, you're not going to get it. You're not fully persuaded. Right?
Well, it says that the elect love not their lives unto death. So the elect are going to stand, you know, for the truth, you know, whether for life or for death, man.
That's right.
Okay.
You got something?
No. Not 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest. For the day shall declare it, because it shall reveal by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
That's it. Right? So in that time, you're going to be tested. You know, to see, you know, what you believe in Yahweh. All that's going to be tested. See what I'm saying? More and more. So guess what? You have to be rooted. If you're not rooted, you're not stable in this thing, you're going to be taken out. Right? Part of you being stable is what? Doing the things which Yahweh Shai said to do. That's a key thing. We see that a lot of these other camps, they're not doing that. They're not doing what Yahweh Shai said to do. They're acting like they believe in Yahweh Shai. But when it comes down to it, right? They're acting like they believe in what Yahweh Shai said. But then when it comes down to doing it, taking the low and doing these different things, they don't do it. They negate it. You know?
It says, if any man's work abide, which he buildeth thereon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss. But he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
That's right. That's right.
This is the book of Revelation 12 and 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death.
Right. Love not their life unto the death. See? And this is is why Yahweh Shemel Shai has both of them too, so that we don't get into that love of the world, love of life, and all this stuff. You understand what I'm saying? To the point where you can't let that shit go. Which is not to say you can't enjoy the life, but you will go one way or another. Because hey, you're on edge now. But if you don't like the scripture speak about, if you don't go through nothing, you're not a son. You know? Because what son is he that receiveth not chastisement? So we gotta think about that too. The master. That's what we gotta think about that too. All these chastisement comes from being the son.
Yeah. Scriptures even say how that acceptable men are tried in the furnace of adversity. That's how the Lord proves you to be one of this. You know, where it counts to where are you going to forsake him or trust him even more? Even though all odds are against you. You know, that's when it really counts.
When you're going through that fire, who do you turn on?
Yeah.
You know, you turn on to the Lord, or you try to seek your own way to find salvation. You know what I mean?
Enslaved me.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
You got something? Go ahead. You got that already? There's a car.
Okay.
Got it? You don't got it.
Not right now, but okay. I got it right here.
Oh, you got it.
Okay, this is Job 13 and 15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. But I will maintain mine own ways before him.
I'll maintain my own ways, meaning I'll stay on that path. You know? I won't go to the left or the right. You understand what I'm saying? You know what that path is, man. Right? What you've been walking on, you've been following Yahweh Shemel. See? So you gotta stay on that same path, that straight gate. You know? You sit on that?
Yep.
What?
This is the book of Matthew 7 and verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth the sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built a house upon the rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was found upon a rock.
Yeah, the house was founded upon a rock. Go ahead.
And everyone that heareth these sayings of mine
And that rock is who? That rock is Yahushua. That rock is Yahushua. So if you do what Yahushua said, and guess what? You're going to be established upon a solid foundation where you're not going to be able to by these different things that you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? Your faith is not going to be shaken to the point of over. See? But
It says, and everyone that heareth the sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man, which built his house upon the sand, and the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it.
great was the fall of it. Right? Because that's what was the tribulation of the situation. They weren't able to handle it, so it fell out. Okay? And we haven't seen anything yet. The real trouble, the real persecution is coming. Right? Which really, the persecution that's coming, that's going to be the greatest honor. If you want to get it real, that's going to be the greatest honor. Like it's something for how the record. You know what I'm saying? Straight up the record. That's what it's going to be. It's how Peter and them did. You suffer directly for that. Right? Not you driving and getting some people trust. Alright? It's not you driving and then, get you got hit you in the back. I'll catch you hell. How should I say? Okay, that's one thing. Right? We know the spirits at work and things that mess you up, right? But when it's direct, like, yo, you're gonna get locked up if you were part of this thing. You know? You still believe in this Yahushua, you know? Or are you going to come into society? Right? That's when things are real tested. And you say, nah, I believe in Yahushua. And he's going to take you down, man. He's going to take you down. Devil. He's going to take you down, man. Who's going to do that? I believe in Yahushua. Both of them believe in Yahushua. You say that before him, right? Now, that is, hey, that's great. That's a great honor. See what I'm saying? That's a different level. Jesus glory. But that's what you're saying, we have not yet. They could have said something to blood. Scripture said we have not yet resisted the blood. So when that time comes when your life is actually reliant on the Yahushua, that's when it really comes. And once you actually prove your side, who you're siding with,
the Lord is going to write those acts in the book of Acts 2.0, man.
Yep.
To where in the kingdom, your kids are going to read about it. You know, everybody's going to read about your story, man. How you stood stiffly for your house, for your house, man. That's right. You know, we have multiple examples in the scriptures of different men when they were faced with death, how they stood, and you know, they stood about business, man.
And that's everlasting.
Everlasting. That's the greatest name that you can have. Scriptures speak about we have to seek a good name. And how do you seek a good name on this side? Is fighting and staying on the course for your house.
That's going to be spoken about in our kingdom. That's going to be spoken about forever, man. That's going to be, you know. It's like how we read about Moses and them, the Maccabees, but it's going to be forever. You're going to be there. It's not like we read about them, but they're not.
No, it's going to be
that old body ain't there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody. You don't know who. Right? I mean, you know, Moses was King Asha. Right? But he's not here right now. He's passed on. Right? So we're going to be there, like, perpetually. It's good. That's all.
Yeah.
You know?
It made me think when you know when Yahweh was in the sea, when you would read particular prophecies about him, he would say like, "It's I." You know, so when they're gonna read these stories, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's me, bro." You know what I mean? You know, it might pop up. You know, "Oh, it's him, yo."
And that's not pride. That's not pride.
That's not pride.
Oh, it's on a level.
It's
It's on a level. Well, we talked to the other Israelites that were like 2/3.
Yeah.
Y'all never did nothing like this.
Yeah, it's a different flex.
That's what Yahweh said to us, that woman at the well. He said, "I am he." That's me. That's talking about me.
This is Ecclesiasticus 27 and verse 3. Unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. So you got to stand in the fear of the Lord. If you're not in the fear of the Lord, then your house will be overthrown. That means mentally, when all hell breaks loose, hey, all your common sense, all the stability that you have is going to be out the window. Guess what? You don't have that fear of the Lord, which Isaiah 33:6 says what? That's his treasure. That's what's going to keep you stable. And the elect are going to stay within that fear. And as time goes on, it's only going to increase. So whether wisdom's going to increase, faith is going to increase, you know, knowledge, understanding, all that, and all the above.
Yep.
It's all about the fear.
It says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that kingdom. These things that were written before time, we learn to these things. You know? They build up your faith. Even the experiences that you go through on your daily basis, they build up your faith.
And the Lord is going to show you more and more that He's with you. So the closer we get to the end, He's with you with the one that is. He's going to show you. You know, with different things, different signs and things of that nature. Because the faith that needs to be when that time comes is going to be on a whole other level.
You got to have faith in those signs that He shows you too. You can't just turn your head back. The signs that He gives you.
You got to be able to recognize.
You got to be able to recognize it.
Even if you don't like it. Sometimes we don't like the signs and choose to be ignorant. It's not it. You know, but sometimes you got to face it. You know, this is the sign. That's what you got to do.
Well, the punishment that you get from not taking heed, that's the Lord talking to you too.
Yep.
You got to recognize that.
That's true. Boy, you got something. I mean, you know.
Okay, this is the book of Revelation 20 and verse. The book of Revelation 20. You see that? Okay, it's bugging out. Okay, Revelation 20 and 4. The thrones of the saddle.
This is Revelation 20 and verse 4. It says, "And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years."
That's going to be a great show of faith. If you don't take that mark all the way to the end. You understand what I'm saying? That's the ultimate test. That's the hour of temptation. That's the main thing is the mark. You understand what I'm saying? So if you don't take that, if you're not tempted to take that mark, then chances are, if you're Israelite, you're of the elect. You know? That's it on that?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. What you got? back. You
Yeah,
guys
also
side back there.
that precept also, like, the precept also proved that there's going to be martyrs, people that are going to be beheaded for not taking the chip.
Yeah, if I don't call upon you, say something. Don't stand there like a standing guy.
First Peter 3:12. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open upon their prayers.
Yeah.
But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
Right.
And who is he that will harm you, if they be followers of that which is good? But if they suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye. And be not afraid of their trouble. Exactly. Be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled.
Right. Neither be troubled. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be troubled at all. Okay? So hey, scripture speak about be still.
Yeah, and know that I'm the
You know
Most
what
High.
I am Yahweh. I am the Most High. Okay?
Right, and then there's another piece that says that their strength is to remain calm, roughly paraphrasing. Yeah.
Sounds good. Right?
This is Matthew 10 and verse 28. Fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
Yeah.
Neither fear him which is able to destroy the soul, both soul and body in hell.
That's what he's going to do with the people on this earth. They're going to literally get to go to hell. Okay? He's going to be in this body that we have. Right? It's a situation that's going to come. It's going to be hell to them. You understand? They reach the these watch those movies. The road. What's that one? Like Us? I can't remember that. It's like a particular play campaign. I think it was like in the last seats.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they even have a video game. The Last of Us. The Last of Us. Those type of situations, right? That's hell. That's the Lord putting your body in there. Huh?
Yeah, I think they had a summary execution in that series.
Yeah. And I remember hearing I know I watched most of it. I think maybe all of it. I can't remember. But I think people needed to get the juice, right? Yeah, people need to get the juice. What you got, bro?
Okay, this is Isaiah 30:7. For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still.
Yeah, say that again. Read it a little bit louder.
Okay, this is Isaiah 30 and verse 7. For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still.
That's it. That's it. So we got to trust in Yahweh.
This is Ecclesiasticus 2, verse verse 1. It says, My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
Yeah, make not haste in time of trouble. I mean, there's no be rash in your decision. You know, calm down, relax. Yahweh should not try to show the way.
When you're hasty, that's when you actually makes it ditch deep. You know, certain tribulations will be like quicksand. In order to get out of quicksand, you have to be still. The more you struggle, the more you try to get out, that's when you sink even deeper.
Yep.
That's kind of like synonymous with the tribulations that the Lord brings upon you. Because you're still, and then eventually He's going to come and bring that arm out to take you out that quicksand.
Yeah.
But if you try to do it yourself, you're going to see, you're completely through.
That's right.
You know, now that the first tribulation, now there's more tribulation. Because you try to take matters into your own hands. You know, which every good thing comes from the Lord, so you just gotta wait.
Another thing is that too hasty proves that you're in fear. You're scared. Oh yeah, do whatever. Instead of using reason.
We just read fear is nothing but the betrayal of the spirit that reason offers. Okay. All right, bro. Right. That's right.
If you're reasoning, you'll be like, okay, the Lord's going to help me. That's your reason.
That's right.
The Lord can do it. He can deliver you. That's your reason.
Isaiah 41 and 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
It's the same power that delivered us with a mighty hand from Egypt. God of mighty deliverance, man. We have to remember that. Okay, and there's nothing impossible to Yahweh Shem Shai. This is 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Most High hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
Power of love and of a sound mind. Right? So a sound mind, but that's going to be the difference of us with all hell breaks. We're going to have a sound mind compared to the rest of the people. All hell breaks, you're going to see in their mind, they're bugged out. You're going to see all of it. You know? Yeah, even it's not going to be one person that's not bugged out when it gets to the height.
No. The Lord wants them. He says He's going to bring their delusion, man. The Lord wants them to be in that fearful state.
Yeah. Even the keepers of the house, even the elites too. They're going to be scared. That's right. So there's going to be one person. The scripture said, "Man give birth." Why does every man have their hands upon their loins? Fear, man. Because why? Because hey, everyone's going to be fear, man. It says that day Egypt shall be as what? As women, man.
Yeah, that's right. The king of Egypt too is going to be born.
All of them. See, so amongst all of them, we're gonna be the difference. We're gonna be the difference amongst all of them because we're gonna be the only ones with that sound mind.
We're even going to be amazed at the courage of the martyrs. You know, they're going to be amazed at the courage of the martyrs, man. You know, it's like they were amazed on how Stephen stood still. Yahweh is going to put a different spirit on his elect.
That's it. That's right. Just to add to your point, when you said they're going to be amazed, even at the fact that how we're going to be cool, calm, and collected. That's going to be an amazement to them. Like, oh, why are you so cool and you're not bugging out? Can't you see what's going on? But us going to be cool, calm, and collected. They don't want to attach themselves to us because of it. That's it. You know, which even within the work industry, one of the most valuable workers is one that works good under pressure. Right. You know, that's how you deem, you know, this is a good worker. You know, whenever something chaos goes down and he's putting things in order, he's calm and collected. You know, those people usually make a good candidate for a manager. Because, you know, management when things go left. You're not bugged out and like, oh, what's going on? What am I going to do? No, you got to be cool and just order things alright and then, you know, make sure everything's in place. That's what we're going to be like in the times of trouble. Cool, calm, and collected. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 30, verse 5. It says, "For thus said the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it."
He shall be saved out of it. The elected, not all Jacob, only the elected receive benefits. You know? What you got?
Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine?
Read it one more time.
Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril of the sword?
That's actually a rhetorical question. Because nothing can separate us from the love of Yahweh. If you truly belong to Him, His sheep hear His voice, and they follow the Lamb wherever you go. So once you're sealed with the spirit of prophecy, if you truly belong to Yahweh, you will never depart from Him. Yahweh said, they that you have given, none you've lost, and none can take them out of your hand.
Got it. This is John 17:12. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou givest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost.
So kept them in the name. The name is truly important. The elect of Yahweh Shai, they will know his name. They're going to know the name, they're going to call the name truth and sincerity. And it says none is lost. Right?
But the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled.
So just as it says, we are just fishers of men. We cast the net, which is the word, and then the word gathers of both kind, good and bad. And at the end, it is revealed. Those that endure until the end, those are the ones that are going to be saved. Those that turn back and go back to the world, those are the sons of perdition. It says that at that time that was speaking of truth and sincerity. But at this time, all those that came into the truth and turned their back, it was made manifest that they were not of the Yahweh.
This is John 6 and verse 64. And there are some of you that believe not. For Yahushua knew from the beginning who they were that believed not, and who should betray him. And he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me, except it were given unto him of my Father. From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then said Yahushua unto the 12, will ye also go away? And Simon Peter answered him, Lord, to whom shall we go? That has the words of eternal life.
That's what Peter understood that. Through the spirit of Yahweh he understood that even if he might not completely understand what Yahweh is saying, he knew that he was a man of the word. Even the spirit revealed it unto him that he was Hamashai. Okay? So there's no one else that you can go to get the word of life. And he understood that. Why would he leave? But the rest that left, they didn't have the eyes to see. They heard the parable that Yahweh was speaking. They said, if you go and read up, it says that it's a hard saying, you can hear this. They were thinking that Yahweh was speaking about cannibalism. Okay? When he said that you have to eat of my flesh, drink of my blood. But he was speaking on the spiritual sense. Even for it, speaking of the scriptures. How you have to eat the whole world and live according to this standard. Right? So these people didn't understand it was too high for them and they turned it back.
Because they lack faith.
That too.
Also, you need faith, man, to believe in Yahushua. You need that special ingredient of faith.
Just as it says, the word was preached unto us as well as unto them, but it was not mixed with faith.
This is Hebrews 4 and verse 2. For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith, and them that heard it.
So again, they didn't see the profit because they didn't have faith. It is impossible to please the Lord without faith. So to them, it wasn't worth it. They didn't see that the blessing that they were getting at the finish line. When they crossed the finish line, they didn't see it. Right? That's why they turned back and went back to the world. Because to them, going back to the world and siding with the devil was more possible.
Okay, this is you have something? Yeah. Bring it on.
2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 3, it says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Yahushua, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine onto them.
That's one thing that makes this truth so valuable. It's not easily accessible to everyone. Okay? Not everyone is going to be able to accept this as being the truth. Right? And again, and if they don't, it is because they're blinded. Right? Ultimately, because the Lord has rejected them. Right? Because it's really Yahweh that opens your mind for you to understand this. It's not of us. Okay? So if you can't even perceive that this is the truth from the start, it's because it's not for you.
This is Romans 11 in verse 7. It says, what then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
As I also said, don't think that you're good just because you come from Abraham. Right? The Lord has, there's such a thing as the elect of the elect, the Israel of the Most High. Okay? Because again, the 2/3, the wicked of our people, they're going to reject the Lord, man. Even at that time, they rejected Yahushua. Okay? The majority of our people turned and sided with Caesar. They said it themselves. We have no other king but Caesar. Okay? Instead of siding with Yahweh, they sided with the devil. See, so again, the election had to take. This is not for the whole of Israel. We're not here for all Israel. Okay, we are here for those that will attain unto righteousness and keep the words of the testimony until the end.
This is Romans 9 and verse 6. It says, not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not of Israel which are of Israel.
So again, proving the point that there's a difference between an Israelite that's in the world that they're walking around, they might not even know they're Israelites. They don't know the name, they don't know the doctrine. Okay? Compared to Israel of the Most High, okay, who puts on as the elect. Okay, first off, okay, that's strive to seek after Yahweh, try truth and sincerity, right? They forsake the world and are seeking to be transformed and conform to the mind of Yahweh.
Second Esdras 8 and 1. And he answered me, saying, the Most High had made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
So there's a lot of people that are going to be destroyed. There's such a thing as people that were born in vain. You know, extra characters, man. Right now they're walking around with pride, their heads, their nose to the air, thinking that they're the main character in their story. But no, man. We're really here to do the will of Yahweh. Okay? And ultimately, if they refuse to acknowledge that, they're going to be destroyed, man. See, only those that serve Yahweh are going to have those blessings that He has prepared from the beginning to those that love Him.
You wanted me to go to 2 Esdras 8 and 3. There be many created, but few shall be saved.
Many are called, but few are chosen. Right? This opportunity, this blessing is not for everyone. Okay? Many created, but few saved.
I was about to say, because Jake is not appreciative of the truth. You know, here it is representing it unto them, but they're standing here, brushing the shoulder, saying that, yo, I don't need this. I'm just going to continue doing what I need to do. You know, focus on me. When really, the purpose of a man on the earth is to serve the Lord, right? Especially a man of Israel. Right? That's our whole duty, as it says in Ecclesiastes 12, like 10 on down, on the last verse. So, you know, what you're supposed to do is actually serve the Lord and repent in order to get that seat on that chariot, man. Like the brother read, you know, the world to come is for few. And you gotta make sure you have a slot within that, man. But hey, Jacob's not gonna listen. Because ultimately, they're not chosen.
That's it.
They're not chosen to receive this. There's only a select few vessels on earth that are supposed to receive this truth, man. Like it says, wisdom is not gonna enter into a malicious soul. And all Jakes, pretty much, vast majority of them, they're malicious. They're gremlins. You know, and Isaiah 1, it says what? They're sick from the neck up, man. You know? That's what the Lord said, hey, why should you be stricken anymore? Because what? You're not going to be healed, man. That's why niggas have to be reset. You know? This is Matthew 13 in verse 10. It says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? And he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
It says wisdom is not manifest unto many. Right? To them, they might hear it, okay, but they won't understand it. Even when Yahweh Shai was breaking it down, he was breaking it down more. He was going more into it and breaking it down more properly in privacy, in a private setting unto his disciples. The whole world just got the parable, but they have the interpretation of it. So they got the full understanding. See?
Because they were chosen. That all goes back to election. It says many are called, but few are chosen. You know, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. So it goes back to the will of Yahweh, Bashan, Yahweh Shai. Who he wants to understand, they're going to understand. Who we reject, they're rejected.
Yeah, like it says, these words, it's a spirit. It's a spirit. words are life.
Yeah.
So now, as it says, we have this treasure in earthen vessel. These people, their vessel can't contain this knowledge. If they can't contain it, they might bug out.
This is Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 29. The heart of the prudent will understand the parable, and an attentive ear is the desire of a wise man. It says Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 29. The heart of the prudent will understand a parable, and an attentive ear is the desire of a wise man.
It's even us here. We would love for someone to stop by and be inquired and ask questions. You know, and if Lord willing, they might be a light. Just to stop by and ask you what's going on, what's this about. You know, the best is when they ask, okay, now you saying all this, how can I be saved? That's very beautiful for us to hear, because now we have the answers and we want to give it to you. Really, I have to see, really give, man. You know, as it says, the Lord has not pleasure in the death of his saints, man. We want our people to come back. There's a great joy in heaven when one sinner departed from evil, man. This is our job, man.
Well, look at how happy we are when someone understands.
Yeah.
And they're sitting and talking, it's getting excited, you know? Because what? Because it's like, it's rare. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures speak about how many more shall perish than those that shall be saved. And like I read, it said, what the heart of the prudent will understand.
Once again, Jake, they're not prudent. You know, the scriptures rather say that they're simple. You know, and they're stupid, they're sottish. You know, they reject wisdom, they reject instruction. So therefore, when you speak unto them a parable, even if you break it down to the nitty, they're not going to get it. They're simple. You know, they don't comprehend the spiritual things, the spiritual aspects of the scripture. Because their pineal gland is blocked. There's an angel blocking it for them to receive it. For the Holy Spirit to come and flow into them and paint the picture. It's not going to happen.
He said, let me say something real quick, because that's why the scriptures calls them dead. It says they were dead in the great city. Spiritually, it's called Sodom and Egypt because they're dead. What spiritually? They don't have life. They don't have the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. See? So they're dead, man. It's going to lead to their destruction.
The foolish man passes on and is punished. So when he comes here and he witnesses it, witness the congregation, okay, they block their ears, they roll up their windows, okay, they move faster, they put on their earphones. But yeah, that's you being sealed for judgment. You didn't hearken, salvation was in front of you. The answers to obtain life everlasting were in front of you, and you just kept on walking. See? So when the evil's come, you have no excuse. As it says, have they not heard? They heard, man. They can't hide. You know, as it says, if I had not come, they would have had a cloak. But now I am come, they have no cloak for their wickedness. See?
This is like Ecclesiastes 21 and verse 18. It says, as is a house that is destroyed, so is wisdom to a fool, and the knowledge of the unwise is as talk without sense.
And in fact, them not having, even if they hear the word, there's no profit for them. It says, as a house broken, see, they see it as like a haunted house. What am I going to do with this? They keep on moving. But someone that has wisdom, that it says that parable, he that found land with pearl, he sold everything that he had. So in a sense, bringing it back to that house. You know, he'll see this house and be like, oh, I can do something with this. You know, I'll break it, everything down and rebuild. You know, I can do a garden in the back, do a little field here, you know, a profit. You see, I can do something with this. Right? He sees the benefit of having this.
One more verse. It says, verse 19, doctrine unto fools is as feathers on the feet. They're like manacles on the right hand.
For them, it's like a prison sentence. Yeah. But it says they will cast it away from them, ere it be long. To them, it says it's a song of death. To them that perish, they hate wisdom. Right? So again, what can you do with someone who hates instruction? Right? You can cast them off, man. You can't help them.
Those feathers are actually for your benefit. It's going to preserve you from going in the path of destruction, the path of lust and fulfilling, the lust of the flesh. That's what Jacob, they don't want to give